Well, it's all things diabetes every Thursday between 11 and midday. And with me from the Zimbabwe Diabetes Association is the Secretary General, Chris Sambo. Now, today we're mainly looking at the Zimbabwe Diabetes Association, how you can be a member of it, and right now we're going to look at their activities. Now, what are the main activities?
Well, our activities are very varied. Just to start off with, it is critical that we educate peer educators, nurses, doctors. We have partnered with companies such as Novartis, who have been sponsoring some workshops where we have trained nurses, doctors, etc., and other peer educators or stakeholders. The next workshop, talking about this workshop, will be having one in Bulawayo on the 10th of May. And this is an ongoing exercise. We are very grateful to companies like Novartis because they have come forward, they brought in experts on diabetes from South Africa to come and train our own people here on the subject of diabetes. As far as our awareness programs are concerned, I did mention to you that we go on a nationwide creating awareness among diabetic patients, or even those that are not necessarily diabetic, so that they have an understanding of this disease. I did mention to you earlier on, talking about statistics, that 1 out of every 2 people that are diabetic are not aware that they are diabetic. So on the 13th of May, we will be in Rwanda, where we will be doing some food screening. Like I explained earlier on, we have a lot of ignorance as far as feet are concerned. Up to 1 million people are being amputated, worldwide every year through lack of knowledge on how to maintain your foot or foot care when you are diabetic. So when we get to Rwanda, we'll be checking people's blood pressures and testing their sugar levels. On the 20th of May, we'll be at Marondera Hospital as well, where we'll be giving diet talks, screening people on blood pressure and testing their sugar levels as well. 29th of May, we have a children's camp. That one will be held here in Harare. We normally have these camps in Majika Day, where type 1, it's a type of diabetes which is very prevalent among children. So the purpose of these children's camps are to educate children on diabetes. Remember, the poor children who have type 1 do not know that they do have diabetes. So we tend to have these camps so that at least we can train.
And these two can be members?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So there's no age limit?
There's no age limit, or even the parents can become main members if their children are diabetic.
Okay.
We also have, which is our premier event, the World Diabetes Day, which is celebrated annually. This year we will be in Shavani on the 14th of November. This is an international, it's a very big event. We expect probably very close to 10,000 people to be gathered in Shavani for this event. And we've already started putting in place, all the necessary arrangements. Then, last but not least, exercise plays a very vital role as far as managing diabetes is concerned. In this respect, we have partnered with organizations such as Lions Club. When they do hold their sponsored walks, we normally invite our people and we normally participate. We go to these events and do some screening as well, and encourage our people, our members, to take part in the sponsored walks. We have also partnered with ZiFM when they've done their cancer awarenesses. We normally come on board and do our diabetes activities there.
Well, I just received a message here from Joyce, who's in Kremen. Hi, Joyce. How are you? She says, what are the major constraints that are facing the organization, and what can be done? And it's a good thing she sent this message, because I was about to ask information on the challenges you're facing as an organization.
I think our biggest challenge, or our major challenge, is finance. We have no adequate finance. We could do more.
How is the organization financed? How are
Okay.
all your activities financed?
Firstly, we have received a lot of financial support or financial assistance from our president, Dr. J.C. Manguiro. He has been very generous.
His own personal funds.
Out of his own personal funds, he has been helping the Zimbabwe Diabetic Association. Out of his generosity, the offices that we occupy at the moment were donated to us by Dr. Manguiro. We have also received considerable support from the private sector. Companies like First Mutual, have come in and given us support. And at the moment, we are on a major drive. We have a huge budget deficit. We would want to do more, but unfortunately, we do not have the financial resources. So yes, we do get support from the corporate world, but we would want
More.
the corporate world to come more. People know a lot about HIV and AIDS, but very little about diabetes. This is why we're grateful to organizations like yourself who will give us a platform to come here and explain to people about diabetes.
Because a lot of people may not know this, but according to statistics, we have a lot more people dying because of diabetes and hypertension than HIV. So which is why it's important that you also get tested and make sure you're not diabetic. And if you are, then you make this necessary changes. Now, where can one get an ID bracelet and a card? And how important is this bracelet?
First of all, let me talk about the card. We are introducing a special card for our members, Zimbabwe Diabetic Association, which will have the doctor's details as far as that member is concerned, in case something has happened. Bracelets, they are a bit of a challenge in terms of affordability.
Are they expensive?
Oh yeah, they're quite expensive. We do have gold ones for those that can afford.
Oh.
Oh yes.
Oh my.
We have members that pay. If you look at, I think people like the Kanye West of this world,
Okay, they
yeah,
can afford
they
it. Platinum with
afford
diamonds.
it. But yeah, even with diamonds. But I tell you, in this country we do have some gold ones. But you're probably looking at about 300, 400, for a bracelet.
A silver one.
Yeah. No.
This is for the gold one.
That's for the gold one.
Okay, how much is the silver one?
The silver one, you're probably looking at about 30, 40 bucks. But let me tell you, not everybody can afford that kind of money. So yes, bracelets are available. This is why we have come up with the idea of a card, which will probably cost about $5. The bracelets are available. We do have an office in Baines Avenue that actually produces those bracelets. So if you go to Baines Avenue, just opposite the Baines Avenue Hospital, you will find the place where they sell these bracelets.
Another message is asking for the Zimbabwe Diabetes Association contact numbers.
Okay, the contact number, as far as our secretariat is concerned, you could get a hold of a Mr. Jamanda. He's full-time in the office. His number is 0772 805 905. I'll repeat that number again, 0772 805 905, or let me give them my number, 0772 818 448. So either of those numbers, we should be able to help you as far as your questions are concerned relating to ZDA or diabetes.
Well, thank you very much. That's Mr. Chris Sambo, Secretary General for the Zimbabwe Diabetes Association. Now, I know that you're also living with diabetes yourself. What are your last words of advice?
I tell you, diabetes can be managed. Like I explained to you right at the beginning, patients, I have been living with diabetes for the last 7 years. The key things, manage your diet. Diet. One of the biggest problems that we have, we tend to be so oriented towards Western type of foods. If you go the traditional route, eating your Zios, your Mongas, etc., those products are recommended for diabetes. So quite frankly, my advice to my fellow colleagues who are watch your diet. Try to maintain the traditional diet. And those are some of the basic advices that should be followed. And exercise, of course. Do exercise regularly, probably 2-3 times. Go to the gym, run, do some basic exercises. So that's should be able to help you, manage the condition.
Well, we appreciate you coming through so much. That's Mr. Chris Sambo, Secretary General for the Zimbabwe Diabetes Association. And we'll have more information on diabetes next Thursday between 11 a.m. and midday. Coming up, we have our midday news in Ndebele and Shona.